We are the Jurica-Suchy Nature Museum, and we welcome you to our 12th annual Creepy Critters Halloween program. Here we highlight critters around you that give out spooks and scary vibes, so get ready to learn about the creepy critters and their ecological importance. We hope you enjoy the spooky adventure and learn something new. Bats from the order Chiroptera are small winged mammals, weighing less than an ounce. They have their head and body covered with fur, and they're the only mammals that are able to fly. Some of the common bats found throughout Illinois are big brown bats, little brown bats, northern long-eared coyotes, eastern red bats, and tricolored bats. These creatures are mostly insectivorous and some are frugivorous as well. During the day, they hang upside down in small crevices as it provides protection from weather and predators, and then they hunt for food at night. Bats use a mechanism called echolocation that helps them in flying and catching their prey. Like all other mammals, they give birth to live young. Usually 1 or 2 youngs are produced each year. Bats are really important for the sustainability of the ecosystem as they help in keeping insect pests such as mosquitoes and moths under control to protect agricultural crops. They disperse plant seeds and help in plant pollination. Moreover, they're often used in medicinal research.
What do you think about when you hear the word crocodile? You probably think green, big, sharp teeth, perhaps even dangerous. Crocodiles are large animals with a lizard-like appearance. They are the largest and heaviest present-day reptiles. They have a long snout that varies in sizes, scales in regular patterns that cover their entire bodies, and bony plates on the back. These reptiles can be found in tropical regions all over Africa, Asia, the Americas, and Australia. They are nocturnal animals and like to live the majority of their time in the water, though they are known to also journey over land. Being predators and carnivores, young crocodiles eat insects, snails, fish, and frogs, while older crocodiles feed off fish, waterfowl, and mammals. Since they are active when there is no light out, they use sensitive pressure receptors that are located in the scales around the mouth to sense movement in the dark. To be able to communicate, crocodiles vocalize different grunts, growls, hisses, and even roar during breeding season. Female crocodiles can lay anywhere from 10 to 60 eggs and are about 7 to 10 inches when they hatch. They do not mature until the ages of 4 to 15, and some of them can live up to the age of 75. Want to know something cool? When a crocodile loses a tooth, it can be easily replaced. In fact, these animals can go through 8,000 teeth throughout a lifetime. Their jaws are also able to apply pressure of 5,000 pounds per square inch. Compare that to a human, which we are only able to produce 100 pounds per square inch. That means that crocodiles can bite easily through an arm or leg without a problem. They can also swim up to 20 miles per hour and hold their breath for up to 1 hour. One myth about crocodiles is they are not smart. Although they have small brains, like birds, they are highly organized and are even able to be trained. Another myth about them is that alligators and crocodiles are the same. This is not the case. Their last common ancestor lived 65 million years ago. Though they look the same, crocodiles are more aggressive and live differently from alligators. The biggest misconception, too, is that to get away from a crocodile, you must run in a zigzag. If running from a crocodile, make sure to run in a straight line and avoid water at all times.
Owls are nocturnal birds that generally have a similar appearance, characterized by a flat face with a hooked beak and large forward-facing eyes. The tail is short and the wings are rounded. The owl can rotate its neck 270 degrees, and the head is quite broad to accommodate the large eyes. Their eyes are immobile, hence provide binocular vision, fully focusing on their prey. Their secretive habits, quiet flight, and haunting calls have made them the objects of superstition and fear. In many parts of the world, they feed on rodents and insects but can hunt other owls too. One of the common owls in Illinois are great horned owls. These are quite large and fierce, mostly found in rocky places and featured in Halloween tales. Barred owls are another native species that have light and dark brown stripes all over their body. Since these owls are relatively large, they're at the top of the food chain. The eastern screech owl, as the name suggests, are known for their loud hoots, screeches, and a pitched trill known as tremolo. Out of the different owl species in Illinois, screech owls are seen often around as they don't seem to mind people as much. Being predators, owls definitely play an important role by controlling small animal populations. This can be economically very important as preying on rodents reduces the loss of agricultural products due to rodents. Some owls are also a food source for other animals. However, owls have been facing habitat loss that has threatened the integrity of owl populations.
That is the sound of the snake slithering in the thinly wet grass while the sun is bright in the early morning. There are over 3,000 species of snakes and can be found all over the world and maybe even in your own backyard. There are many ranges, from harmless garter snakes to the most venomous. Snakes are composed of scales and are cold-blooded, which means that they can regulate their body temperature from the outside. The scales function as a way to keep moisture in and reduce friction as they move. They also have split tongues, which they move in different directions to be able to smell for food. Did you know that snakes can eat animals that are up to 3 times bigger than their head? This is because their lower jaws can unhinge from their upper jaws. About once a month, snakes shed their skin to be able to get rid of parasites and make room for growth. While most snakes lay eggs, some of them are able to produce young inside the parent. Those who are born from this kind of live birth are developmentally more advanced than those who were born from eggs. There are many myths surrounding snakes that make them such creepy critters, and we're going to try to debunk some of them here. One of the myths is that snakes are slimy. Snakes are actually quite dry and can be smooth to the touch. A common misconception about snakes is that they are naturally aggressive. Since snakes are both predators and prey, they fall somewhere in the middle. Though they do attack when they are threatened, a lot of snakes will actually prefer to flee instead of striking. Though snakes can be scary, it is important to understand them as species and approach them with caution to know how to support them and their place in the environment. What kind of creatures do you imagine when you think about the dark, lonely bottom of the sea? Chances are that the anglerfish comes to mind. There are more than 200 species of anglerfish, and they live in the depths of the Atlantic and Antarctic Oceans. These fish are generally dark gray to dark brown, have very large, round heads, and have a huge, crescent-shaped mouth that are filled with sharp, translucent teeth. Some anglerfish can be very big, reaching 3.3 feet in length and can weigh up to 110 pounds, while others are the size of teacups. One of the most prominent features of the anglerfish is the dorsal spine that protrudes from the mouth like a fishing pole. They are able to lure their prey by illuminating this appendage and capture their prey with their mouth. Anglerfish can eat anything they find. They are not picky eaters. They can actually eat anything that is up to twice its size. Though these creepy critters are scary looking to the human eye, it is important to note that they are not dangerous to people.
Thank you for joining us for Creepy Critters today. We hope you had fun in our spooky journey and learned something new along the way. Happy Halloween!